Hey my lovelies, my name is Jane and welcome back to my channel. Well, I've missed you guys. I've been away for a while. If you're wondering where I've been, I was ill for about 3 weeks and then I went away on my holiday up to Liverpool, so I'll tell you a bit more about that as we go along today. But for today's video, we are testing some Gosh makeup. In my local Superdrug, they were selling off all of the Gosh range and it's gone down now to most of its 50p. So I bagged myself pretty much a full face. I think there's only one item I'm missing. So if you've got a local Superdrug near you, one that sells Gosh, go in there, see what they've got left. Let's say 99.99% of the items are 50p. There's an odd item that's £1, but I don't think you're going to break the bank at £1, are you? So without further ado, let's get into this video today. I've got, like I said, full box of makeup. So, you know, we're going to chuck it all on our face, see what we think. Now, I did look online and you can still get all of this makeup, apart from the 2 items that I'll tell you about when we get to them. And you can get it on Gosh UK. There is a UK Gosh site. I have checked them all literally yesterday. So it's a case of you can get 99% of this. Obviously, it's going to be at full price. But if you are a Gosh lover and you're devastated that it's not being sold anymore in your local Superdrug, you can get it. So the first thing we're going to go in with is I picked up a primer. Now, I'm picky about primers, like really picky about primers. But I thought, do you know what? I'm going to give it a go anyway. And this is the Prime Plus Skin Adapter Anti-Pollution Chameleon one. So again, you can get this one online on the Gosh site. So let's give it a pump. I've not tried any of these. I've just literally unwrapped them all this morning because I thought rather than wasting your time and mine unwrapping them, I'll just pre-unwrap them. And then, like I say, this is also first impressions for me because I've never used any of this before. You know, I don't think Gosh is one of those ones sort of up there that you hear a lot about. So I thought it might be fun just to do a full video on it. So let's see what we got. Let's get this pump going. Hopefully my pump works. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, okay. There you go. It's just like a white one. So, okay. Let's chuck that on our face, see what we think. Let's wipe that off first, because knowing me, I'll just get it everywhere. So, I'm going to take one pump to begin with. Just put it between my fingers. And, okay. Oh, it feels quite nice. I like one with a tacky texture. So, I'm not into this pore filling primers and I don't know, does this, that and the other. I know what I like. I know it works for me. So chuck a bit more on there. It's got a slight tack to it, but nothing like what I'm used to. I get a feeling when that dries down, it's not going to be tacky at all. Can't smell a scent. So that's a good thing if you're sensitive to smell. So, okay, we'll see how it performs. Now, originally, I was supposed to have recorded this video about 2 months ago, so I had quite a lot of this already. So I bought a foundation that matched my winter skin, and I bought it in the shade 02. I don't know if you can see that, it's quite bright. And that's not going to match me, so went back into Superdrug yesterday, had a look around, see what they had left, which isn't a lot. But I did find, it's not exactly the same, but we're going to mix them. It's all fine. It's all fine. But we've got the Gosh X-ceptional Wear Foundation, long-lasting makeup, anti-pollution. So this is in 16 golden. And this one is in 02 ivory. So you can see where I was going to have the problem with the ivory. So we're just going to mix them and see what we can come up with today. So they're on a little squeezy tube. So let's just see how dark that is. Oh, okay. That's not as dark as I expected. Oh, I don't know whether you can see that. My light's quite bright today. I don't know what I've done. But looking at that, that might work on its own. Let's squeeze a bit of the other one on. You'll see why I'm not using it. Not on its own. So there's the ivory. Don't know what's going on with my lights today. There you go. So as you can see, that one kind of blends in. So tell you what, we're going to go in with the X-ceptional Wear one on its own. And if it's too dark, I'll just mix a bit of that in with it on my face. It's all good. And I've got a cat hair on my lip. No change there then. So where's my trusty beauty blender, which I haven't dampened. So bear with me and I'll be right back. So I'm back with my trusty beauty blender. can't believe I forgot to dampen that. Hey ho. Okay, so I think I'm going to pop some on my finger. And I haven't got my mirror either. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this if I haven't got my mirror. Oh my God, you can tell I haven't filmed for a while. Hang on. Okay, got my mirror. I don't know what I'm on today. Oh, good fun. Oh, good fun. Okay, so we're just going to switch it around. Wow, that is a very thin formula. That is really actually feels nice on the skin. Hang on, let's just rejig my mirror a minute. Hang on a minute. I don't know what I'm thinking today. Okay, so I'm going to pop a little bit more on, but I think that colour is going to be fine on its own, you know, which is helpful. But like I say, really thin formula. We'll drag some down my neck because I don't get much colour on my neck either. And we're just going to blend that one out. I'll tell you what, we'll zoom you in a bit. Oh, that's scary. Okay, we're just going to blend that one out. Didn't have any expectations with this one. But I did think it would be a lot thicker than it is. So I'm like, okay. So I'm quite impressed by the thinness of it because this time of year, I do like a thin foundation. All right, so like I say, my skin's pretty good. But that is blending in really, really nicely. So happy with that. See, look how that looks. It's got a glow to it as well. Don't know whether that primer had a bit of a glow to it. I didn't check. Not gonna lie. But that, okay. I see you. That is really nice. Let's just pull that down my neck a bit. Yeah, but as I was saying, you know, I was quite poorly. I started off with a stomach bug that ended up into a head cold that turned then into a chest infection. So I did have to end up on antibiotics for a while. So, but, you know, I hadn't been sick in over 5 years. So I'm not surprised I picked up sort of 3 different things in a row, to be fair. So I'm quite lucky. I don't get sick very often. But when I do, that looks beautiful. Oh my God, are you seeing this? Wow. I never thought to try, like I said, well, anything from Gosh, I'm not going to lie. You know, just one of those brands that, I don't know, it was just always there, but I just never really bothered. There was nothing that was like, but oh my God, this foundation. I like it. And we're not going to need that lighter colour because as you can see, that's not a bad match. Oh, I like that. That's going to be a little hidden gem, I think. You know, so yeah, so far, loving it. We'll see how it wears, powders down, things on top. You know the drill. And that so, but oh my God, so far, so good. Do have an eyeshadow palette as well to try. Again, this is available on the Gosh website if you can't get it in store at the knockdown discount price of 50p. And, oh, let's open that one up so you can see it better, which is this one here. This one's 003 Be Happy. Again, I've only just unwrapped it this morning, haven't swatched it, haven't touched it. So let's give it a go, shall we? There's some pretty colours in here. I don't know. Why does it just looked all a bit shimmery? I think it's just the top on it. Just looked a bit. Well, let's swatch a couple of these. So we've got a couple of the mattes and a couple of the shimmers. So let's have a look. So one matte. Oh my goodness. Do they all look shimmery to me? Don't pull that on me again. I know. No, that matte was definitely matte. The other matte was definitely shimmer. Slightly. So, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Closer inspection. I think they're more like a satin. Oh, what was that other eyeshadow palette I used? That purple one. And that ended up being all satins as well. So, which looked nice on the eye, but it's not what I like. So, let's grab my makeup brushes, which I did clean this morning. Have a slurp of coffee. I just warmed up my coffee at the same time. That's it. Okay, I'm ready now. So let's go in with my trusty fluffy sponge. No, So let's go in with my trusty fluffy brush. This one here, this is, I have no idea where this one's from. Just says the Round Blend. I think that's the name of the style of the brush, not the company. So I am going to go in with this, like I don't know what's going on with my lighting today, this creamy matte one. And we're going to tap, oh gosh, that's a lot of kickback. That is a lot of kickback. Okay. We'll give that a good hard tap, and we're just going to kind of set the eyelid with that. I go backwards and forth whether I set the eye or not, but at the moment, because it's sort of summer and I like a lighter weight, not lighter weight, what am I saying? A lighter coverage of eyeshadow and everything. I've just been setting it so it's just not quite so pigmented. Okay. So I think we're going to go in with this bottom colour here, this lighter brown colour. They haven't got any shade names or anything, so I'll just kind of poke it. Oh gosh, that's pigmented. I don't want that dark. Ooh, give that a lot of taps. I'll tell you what, I'm going to just blot it off a bit because I don't want it dark. So I'm just going to drag that one into there. But as I was saying, you know, I came back from a trip a couple of weeks ago from Liverpool with my sister. It's the first holiday we'd actually had together, and oh my God, we had the best time. Absolutely friggin' amazing. You know, we walked the hind legs off a donkey. And if you're not from the UK, you probably don't know that expression. It just means we walked so much that we're surprised we had any legs left, basically. So, you know, and we went to the Beatles Museum, which obviously, being Liverpool, it's very Beatles orientated. So we did do that one. Done the ferry across the Mersey, of course we did. You know, that's a given. If you're going to Liverpool, you've got to do the ferry across the Mersey. so that was fun. You know, that was like a 50-minute sort of round trip. So that was absolutely flipping awesome. They've also got an eye there. It's like the London Eye, but not quite as fancy and posh, and works slightly different. And my sister was adamant we were going on this eye. So we finally managed to find it when it was open. So we'd gone in the morning and there was nobody there. So we kind of disappeared, done a bus tour, came back, and it was up and running. So we went on this eye thing. And because, I tell you, she picked the windiest day that we were there. And because of that, we went on the eye, didn't think much of it, but it was one that rocks. And I mean rocks, which is the ones that we don't like. We like the ones that are a bit more static, you know, where you're not rocking backwards and forwards. So, we got on this thing and they stopped us at the top, and I'm not lying, for about 5 minutes, and it was doing this. My sister was freaking out. I was laughing at her. I didn't like it either, but the way that she was freaking out didn't half make me laugh. So in the end, I felt motion sick because it was swaying so much. But, you know, we've come away with a great memory of it, if nothing else. But it was like, oh my God, why did you pick the windiest day? You know, we could have gone another day where it wasn't so bad. Oh no, she wanted to go this day, so being a good sister is like, that's what we'll do. Okay, so I've just blended that paler shade out and trying to think, don't know whether that middle shade, see, they're definitely more on a satin, these. I'm going to go in with this middle shade of the brown just there, and again I've literally dabbed it once because they are so pigmented, and chuck that one sort of just a little bit lower down just to kind of deepen up that bit. But these eyeshadows are actually going on like a dream. They are going on so well. They feel so silky. They really do. Even though they got a lot of kick up. Oh gosh. And that was just one tap. Okay, we can blend that out. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, so that was very interesting. Going on this eye thing. It really was. We also went to, of course we did, the Cavern Club. Very, very infamous, you know. Certainly where the Beatles got their main start, and also the singer Cilla Black as well. She also got her start there, and it's not what you think it's going to be. Just going to slightly blend that out with a bit of that first colour brown that I used. And I'm going to mix it with a bit of this just to kind of blend that a bit. It's so tiny. It's kind of got, you go in, you go all down the stairs, and then it's like 3 chambers. So they're arches. So you've got like 3 archways. So down the first one, this side, you can kind of see and all that. The middle one is where the stage is at the bottom. And then the third one, at the top end, you've got the bar. And then you walk down, seating area there. And then you've got all the kind of restrooms and that just down there as well. So, but tiny. So like, oh my God, I didn't expect it to be so small. But it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. It really was. You know, we were sort of stood on the, kind of the bar side of it. You know, me and my sister were kind of singing and dancing because they did have a live singer there, which was flipping phenomenal. And, you know, we were singing and dancing away like you do. And there was this chap that was in the middle aisle right by the stage, because we were kind of to the side of the stage in the other aisle. And he kind of sort of, you know, made room for us so that we could literally stand at the front, sort of singing and dancing sort of there. And it was just so much fun. It really was. Oh my God. It was just the best. So if you ever get to Liverpool, you've got to go to the Cavern Club. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'm looking better. Just blended that out a bit. Okay, we're going to switch up now to my little small brush. And we're going to take that same middle brown. I've only strapped in today because I think this one's going to be longer than normal. But, you know, hey ho, that's just the way that it goes. But, you know, sometimes it's nice to do a little bit longer one and a bit more kind of in-depth and sort of a little bit of what's been going on in my life as well. And like I said, it's not been a lot, but, you know, apart from this awesome trip that we did. So, yeah, so maybe, you know, pause, grab some snacks, grab a drink, you know, grab your partner, grab your pet, and come back and settle back down again. So, but yeah, but I think the Cavern was definitely sort of top of the list. And the fun thing about that is me being me, you know, I had my phone, of course, did so many pictures while we were there. And I was singing along like you do. And in the end, I decided to turn the camera around. So actually on TikTok, there is one of me sort of singing along in the Cavern. So again, it's Jane Lane Hall on TikTok. If you just want to have a blooming good laugh, you know, it was one of those ones. It's like, oh, I'm going to post it anyway. It's like, it's just a bit of fun and me being an idiot. So like I say, if you want to have a look at that one on TikTok, it's just Janie Lane Hall like it is on my YouTube channel. So go and check that one out. So yeah, you'll definitely have a laugh. And I've also put on there a load of like Liverpool photographs and that, you know, with some, I think that's the one I got the Beatles music behind as well. So like I said, go check it out. Have a look at a few of our photographs. You know, you'll find a picture or two of my sister there. So if you're curious to what she looks like. And I always get told that, you know, you wouldn't think we were sisters because we're so different even to look at. We really are. So yeah, go check that one out. Okay, this is looking really good. Really good. I'm impressed with this. So far, 2 out of 2. Like I said, I haven't decided on the primer yet because it's not my type of primer, but it felt lovely. So, okay, for the shimmers, we've got greens and mainly sort of the green and the gold because I think this top colour is going to be too dark. So maybe we'll go for the green today because that's a beautiful colour. So I'm just going to take my little flat brush, pat a bit on that, tap that off. I'm going to say I don't often wear sort of greens with a brown, even though it looks stunning. So I'm just going to place that one on there. Okay, let's try with my finger. I'm not... okay, let's try that. That's just a bit patchy for my liking. That's better. Yeah, finger's the way to go with this shimmers on here, but that's fine. You know, that happens in so many palettes anyway, if you want a really good payoff, as we all know. So yeah, definitely the finger's the way to go with that one. I like it. Okay, well, that's rather nice. That's rather nice. Okay, the one item I haven't got is concealer. So like I say, I've got everything else, but concealer was the one that they'd already sold out of. So I didn't manage to grab a concealer. I'm quite sure I didn't. No, no concealers in the box. So I'm just going to go in with my Morphe Filter Effects. This is in the shade, oh God, I can't see that. I'll link it anyway. It'll all be linked down below, you know, so you know which palettes and shades and whatever that I've got. So we're just going to quickly throw a bit of that on. That way, that way, that way, there, bit on there, bit on there. Basically throw it everywhere. I'll leave that in the box so I know which one I use. And I've lost my beauty blender. Found it. So let's chuck that under there. So what else did we do in Liverpool? We were going to go to Chinatown for dinner one night. You know, we found that there was, found out prior to going there was a Chinatown. So we didn't really know where it was. We'd seen it on the bus tour, but obviously with bus tours, you have no idea where you are. So we thought, you know what, we'll just go and grab a taxi and go that way. I thought that's the easiest option. So we did that, got a taxi, and we said to the guy where we wanted to go. And he was saying to us that Chinatown isn't like what it used to be. And that a lot of the businesses have actually pulled out there. And there was only like a couple of restaurants there. And he sort of said to us, he's like, oh, have you booked? It's like, well, no, we just thought we'd go and see like you do. And he said to us about this restaurant that him and his family uses. And he said, you know, would you sort of rather go there? And it's like, well, you know, you're a local, you know these things. So it's a case of why not? I'm going to sit under my eye with my Charlotte Tilbury because I always find any other powder doesn't look right on me. It just doesn't. So I just don't change that. So I'm just going to, mind you, this one's on the dregs of the dregs. I have got a new one that I did take away with me. So I'm just going to quickly set under my eye. So we sort of said to him, yeah, you know, take us to this restaurant. You know best. You know, you live here, you know what's what. So ended up at this most amazing Chinese place. Oh my God, the food was phenomenal. And it was so reasonably priced as well, which was even better. So, you know, we had our heart set on a Chinese meal that night, and that's what we got, and it was just beautiful. Okay, so haven't got any cream products, which is a bit of a bummer. I like my cream products at the moment. It's like I'm obsessed with cream bronzers and blushes at the moment. But I do have a setting powder. Now, this is the one that has been discontinued, you know. So it's the waterproof one. So they have got other setting powders. They just haven't got this particular one anymore. That's made a right old mess everywhere. All right, so tip it upside down because that's already, half of that's already come out. So that's, like I said, you know, there is sort of two things and I can't open the rest of it. Okay. My little turny thing won't turn and there's no sticker on it. Oh, got it. I had to be a bit more violent with it. Now covered in powder. Oh, goodness. That comes out a lot. I've got it everywhere. Okay. So, let's take a bit of that because there's too much on there. So I'm just going to kind of roll my brush in there, tap that off and just set my face as soon as we're putting powders on top. Yeah, the funny thing is, you know, with the going to the Chinese, we sort of said to the guy, because we had no idea where he was taking us, you know, it's all good. We sort of asked for a card so that we could obviously book a taxi back, because in case we don't know where we are. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. So grabbed a card off of him. So halfway through the meal, you know, we'd kind of between courses, you know, we decided, my sister's a smoker, I'm a vapor. It's a case of, oh, must be time for a vape. So my sister went outside, had a cigarette, all good. She came back in, I went out, had a vape, come back in. And I said to my sister, it's like, I know where we are. She said, what do you mean know where we are? I said, well, if you look down to the left-hand side, you'll find John Lewis. Well, John Lewis is about 10 minutes away from the cavern where we wanted to be. And the cavern was about 5 minutes away from our hotel. So we'd paid this guy, how much was it? About £5.50 to go somewhere where we could have walked in 15 minutes. But we didn't know that. So that was all good. So I said, oh no, we're walking back. I said, you know, we're not getting a flipping taxi when it's only, you know, sort of 10 minutes or less away. So that's what we did do. You know, so, but it came in handy because I did actually phone them to get a taxi back to the train station on the Friday. So, you know, so it was just as well that I had this card. So it did come in handy. But that felt really silky. It went on really nicely. It still left a glow on my face, which is what I like. I don't know whether it's supposed to be glowy, but it's definitely a glow still to my skin, which I'm really happy about. So far, so good. So I think, what are we going to do next? We're going to have some coffee, I think. Okay, so the next item is this contour, highlight and blush quad. See if I can open it. This is what this one looks like. So you've got your two contours at the bottom, a lighter one and a darker one. Then you've got your blush is this one here, and then your highlight. And this is the Contour Strobe Kit 001 Light. So this one is still available. It was only the setting powder that wasn't. So I think we're going to go in with the darker colour here. It's been so long since I've powdered, bronzed or anything, so this could go really, really wrong. You get so used to using a certain kind of makeup that when you switch it out, you're like, you know, but I used it for years and years and years. It's really weird. So we're going to tap into that one, see what it does. Coat my brush. Not a lot of fallout, which is good. Tap it off. Right, this way we're going to screw it right up. And then just tap that one. Oh, oh, hello. I see you. Wow. Just drag that one up. So I do all this in tapping motions. Ooh, nice. Nice. So tap that one off again. Do the same on the other side. That is nice. Oh, I see you. I see you. That went on like a dream and I didn't screw it up too bad. I just do a bit of circular just to kind of so it's not a stark line. Nice. Okay, I see you. We'll come back to that one because I do have another blush, but I don't have another highlight, so we will be using that for the highlight. I get a feeling that's going to be too light for me though, but we're doing it anyway. So for blush, got this little one here. Let's see if I can open this one. So that's the colour of this one. I don't know what my light's doing today. Let's see if I can do a swatch of it. Ooh, got a bit of shimmer to that. And this is the I'm Blushing 004 in Crush. This is available, again, on the Gosh website. So just tap off my bronzer brush. And we're going to use the same brush. It might be a bit dark. It might just look like I've got double bronzer on. But that's fine too. So we're just going to tap that on there. Can we see it? Or is it too close to my bronze colour? I was meant to have picked up another colour yesterday and didn't. There is a difference. Not a lot. I think when my skin's a bit paler, you might see it better. I'll tell you why I picked this one up. Because it reminded me of the KVD... Oh, I'll get it because I can't remember what it's called. There you go. This one here. Oh, it is a bit darker. But it did remind me of it when I saw it. And this one's in the shade Honeysuckle. I'm going to say that's... There you go. Let's do a swatch of that one next to it. Yeah, the Honeysuckle, you can barely see that in this light. Like I say, I don't know what's going on with my light today. But yeah, it's a lot darker. But it just reminded me of it when I saw it. So I thought we'd give it a go, but I don't know. Don't know. Can't really see that. Can't really see that at all. Let's jot some on my nose. I can see it on my nose, but I'm not sure. how well you can see it. So I don't think I can see that. Tell you what, let's try the blush that's in here. But again, that's quite sort of pale colour. I forget when I'm tanned that I need to use different colours sometimes. Let's chuck a bit of that on. Ooh, that's a nice sheen. Can we see that a bit better, do you think? Chuck a load more on. More is more. Let's see if we can build up some colour on there. And it's a bit better. Yeah, I think my skin, like I say, I can see it, but I think my my skin's just a similar colour to it at the moment. But hey ho, I say it went on well. You know, I've got no faults with it in that respect. Tell you what I did forget to do though was contour under my jawline. Fancy forgetting that. You know, nobody wants a fat jaw now, do they? So we're gonna just, if I can open it, go back in with that one. A couple of dabs. Only do a very light contour anyway. But I do find it makes a difference. You know, just that tiny little bit. Look at that. Makes a difference. Did I go too heavy-handed? Let's just blend it out a bit. But yeah, I do find that that shade under there does make a difference. Okay. So I think we'll finish up under the eyes, if I can find my eyeshadow palette. I do like the eyes. Do like the eyes, not going to lie. So what I've been using lately for under my eyes, because I'm a weirdo, and I haven't done the top line either, so, so like I said, I'm just sort of all out of sync today, is we're going to go in first with this dark colour here. No, we're not, because then I've got to clean the brush. Scrap that. First, we're going to go in with this light shade at the bottom, and I've been using a brow brush to tight line me bottom lash line with. So, and I just think it works really well. So we're just going to drag a little bit of that under there. I don't want it too heavy. I think that's why I like this brush. It's a case of you can get it kind of really up tight to your lash line and just sort of do it very gently. See, that's nice. I'd like to say it's there, but it's not in your face. I'm too old for in your face. So drag that along the other eye. There we go. So it's just a little somewhat rather than anything in your face. And then we're going to go in with the middle colour. Remember then which colour I was using. And we're just going to darken up that corner just to match that outer corner. So again, just right tight up and then kind of joining it. So it looks like that at the moment. So we're going to blend that out, so don't worry too much. Okay, we're going to get my little soft fluffy brush and just blend that through. There we go. Nice. And we're just going to tight line with that darkest colour, because I do like to tight line. Just going to flip my mirror so that I got a little bit closer. Dab a bit on there. See the difference? Not tight lined, tight lined. Just adds that little something something. You don't have to do it. It's just, you know, something I like to do. I always feel as if my makeup's not finished if I haven't tight lined it. It just looks a bit strange. There you go. That looks a little better. I prefer that. Okay, so now we're going to go in with our brows. Flip my mirror back and just get my spoolie, brush those up. So give them a bit of shape before we start. Same on that one. There we go. I've got two items for brows. I've got the defining brow gel, which is this one here. Just pray that the wand's not humongous. Oh God, how am I supposed to work with that? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of sort of tapered, so it's like fat in the middle and then sort of skinny each end. Not going to like that. Just by the wand. And the other one I've got is a brow pen. Now, this is the one you cannot get hold of. So, you know, which is hopefully, if it's really, really good, and I'm going to be really, really sad about it. But we're just going to, oh my God, it's one of those three-pronged ones. I don't get on so well with them. So what I tend to do is use the tip. I know that's not how it's supposed to be used. But if I do it the other way, oh my God, I end up with it everywhere. So we're just going to lightly fill in some of these gaps. Oh, that's a shame. That's working really well. That is a shame. As in, we can't get hold of it anymore. Don't know whether on their new section they've brought out a new one or not. I didn't check, to be fair. Oh, messed that up. Don't know if that colour's a bit coming off a bit warm, to be fair, but it's still a wet. It's quite a wet formula. I've got cat fur somewhere. I can feel it, you know. But it did go on well. But like I said, I don't overfill in my brows anymore. But we're going to try this horrible gel anyway. It's probably not horrible. It's just the size of that wand is scary. Tell you, really scary. So let's move you in, and so you can. If I mess it up, you can see how badly. Okay, so I'm taking the lightest hand because I don't want to smudge it all up my face. And then if I've missed any sparse areas, we can soon go back in with that. Okay, like I say, the lightest hand, and I'm pretty much just using that middle bit. I don't know what happened there. That's all right. Again, it's quite a wet formula. That's why I'm a bit scared of it. There is a bit that could do with a bit of filling just there. So let's see if we can go back in with that pen and just... fill that. It's all right. I've seen my brows look better. I finally figured out what kind of product I like with my brows, but we'll go through that another day. Okay, so next we're going to go back in with that contour and strobe, and we're going to go in with the highlighter, which is this one here. Oh, I think that's going to be way too pale. It's got a kind of pinky undertone. Don't know if you can see that. That is very pale. Let me say it's not good. I just think it's going to be a little pale on my skin, but we're doing it anyway. So I'm going to take the end of this one and just so that I don't get everything in it, and we're just going to chuck a bit of that on there. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice bit of glow. I think it's one. Let's see if we can build it up a bit. I think it's one. Yeah, that's buildable. Wow. That went on like silk. So that really did go on easily. It's like these products feel so nice. So nice. I understand now when I get people saying to me, it's like, oh my God, they discontinued. Gosh, I can't get hold of my favourite mascara, my favourite this. I get it. I get it. You know, I really do get it now. So chuck a bit down my nose, on my chin, middle of my forehead. Look at that glow. Wow. She's pretty. She's pretty. I like her. Let's bring you in a bit. Look at that. It doesn't leave texture. It just blends into the skin. What is this wizardry? Wow. Oh, that is pretty. And I think I can get away with that colour. Looking at it sort of straight on, I can't see any cast at all. So unless I tilt my head. Ooh, I like it. I like it. We're just going to chuck some under my brows and in my inner corner. Why not? Stick it everywhere. Just on my tiny little flat brush. Ooh, is she pretty? We like her. We like her. Oh, we do. Right, chuck some. Again, it's a bit of kick up. I don't know if you can see that. Like I say, still don't know what's going on with my lighting today. That's what happens when you haven't filmed for so long. You're like, well, what have I done? It's like, I don't know. So that's all the eyes. Right, next in with eyeliner. They got so many different eyeliners. So many. But the one I went for was the Woody eyeliner pencil. And this is in the shade 002 Mahogany. So, ooh, that went on easy. Let's hope it goes on my eye as easy, because they don't always. Not keen on a sharpenable eyeliner. I prefer the retractables, but let's have a go. Let's stick it under the top tight line. And trouble with a new one is when you do that, I find they're always too much. But that, it's gone on really easily. Really easily. The trouble is now, I know they've still got a load more there in different colours, so you know what's going to happen. 50p? You know I'm buying some more. You know it. That went on so easily. Let's do the bottom line. That's always the test, whether it skips, goes patchy. Quite often they'll go on really well on the tight line, and then I'll do the bottom one and I'm like, So that's the true test. Okay, so let's give it a go. Again, it's gone on really easily. It's slid on. It's not patchy. Ooh, you know I'm buying some more, don't you? Not patchy at all. So I wear brown and grey a lot. So if they got a grey one, that's mine. It's only two main colours I wear, to be fair. Oh, pretty. I like it. That is nice. That is really nice. I'm going to say, got a whole new sort of like thing for gosh now. I'm like, hello. So I see you. I see you. I never saw you before, but I see you now. Okay, so next in with mascara. And I picked up the Rebel Eyes. Again, this is still available in the shade black, of course. I like the little eyelashes and that on the packaging. I think the packaging is lovely. And I picked this one because it was an ickle wand. Anybody that knows me on this channel knows I like a little wand. I got little lashes and they don't like a big wand. So my eyes are watering. It's allergy season, guys. Let's just do a bit of this. That's it. And let's see how this mascara performs. I think my mascara one's a bit bent. I don't know if you can see that if I turn it, because it's a bit bent, but we'll work with it. It's all good. So let's see how it performs. Okay, maybe it'll be better time I build it up a bit. Oh, I don't know. Now I've sort of turned my head. It does make my lashes look really long, actually. You know I've got tiny weeny lashes. Let's drag you in a bit. Don't know whether you can see. If I turn my head. Yeah, it has seemed to have coated all the way to the ends. When I sort of look like that, you can see that it is right up the ends. It just didn't look like it was. So let's do the other one. Let's say do a couple of coats. It's quite a dry formula. Whether that's because it's been sat on the shelf a while. Because I know a lot of this has been sat on the shelf a while. Okay, let's go with another coat on that first one and see what we can build up a bit. I don't know whether the formula is just a bit too dry. Yeah, because I'm wiggling hard and don't seem to be getting anywhere. Okay, let's stick some on the bottom lash line. It's like, you can see it's there, but it's like, but I just think the formula is too dry. Like I said, I don't know whether that's how it normally is, or because it was sealed. You know, I took the shrink wrap off it. It was sealed. So I know nobody's tampered with it. And I just smudge mascara. I can see it better on the bottom lashes, but it's still, I don't know. Might be worth putting some saline solution in it and give it a shake and see what it does. I'll do that next time. Okay, lastly, lips. If you're still with me, thank you so much. I told you it's going to be a long one today. Okay, so for lips today, I have this one here. Again, this is a sharpenable pen. So, it's not a pen, it's a pencil, guys. And this is in the shade, this is the Velvet Touch Lip Liner, and it's supposed to be waterproof, and it's 012 Raisin. So, let's chuck a bit of that. I've got cat fur on the end of it. I've only just undone it. How did I get cat fur on it already? It's like, really? So, that went on easily. I'm getting better with lip liner. I'm still not perfect, but I do use it more than I used to. Okay, so that's a nice sort of dark nudie colour, which is what I like. And then we got a lipstick. Now, what's this one? Again, it's in this packaging here, and it is in the shade 002 Undressed. I couldn't read that then. It's like tiny, tiny, weeny writing. So, oh, well, I missed that. I didn't unwrap earlier. So let's just peel that one off. There you go. Told you they were all sealed. Let's have a look at this one, shall we? See what we think. Ooh, I did good. Didn't swatch that lip liner, did I? Let's just swatch the lip liner, and then you can see it next to the lipstick. Did I swatch the lip liner? I don't know. Okay, so we got the lip liner here, and that's the lipstick there. So look at that. Ooh, that looks nice. That's a nice combo. Ooh, I like it. I did good. Considering there was no testers, so it was just a case of pick it up, try it out, see what we think. But that, I'm going to say, it's got a bit of a sheen to it. It does feel quite thick. It does feel like quite a thick formula. But it's definitely not matte, so, and it's got a bit of a slip to it, but it still feels quite thick, if you know what I mean. But all in all, not so bad at all. Okay, so that is the finished look, guys. I like it. I am absolutely. There was nothing there I didn't like. Not gonna lie, nothing at all. It all went on well. This foundation. I've been really looking close in my mirror a minute ago. And there's no pilling, there's no funny bits. It just looks stunning. It's like, where have you been all my life? The eyeshadow, again, it was silky, it was smooth, it blended easy, it went on well. It was just like, I can't fault anything. Maybe that's brow gel wand, but it's not his fault that I've got little sparse lashes and need something a little smaller. So it's not his fault, you know, so... that mascara, like I said, it's all right. when I see my lashes, I'm like, you can see it's there, and I can see that it has gone to the tip, but it's just dry. But like I say, I'm going to put a little bit of saline solution in it, you know, which is what I recommend if your mascara's drying up. Bit of saline solution, you know, I wear contact lenses, so I've always got a bottle of saline solution here anyway. So I'm just going to do a little couple of drops of that, and I'm going to give it another go, you know. So like I say, it's not the fact it's a bad mascara, it's just the fact it's a bit dry. But the bronzer, blush and highlight, the blush, I think I just chose the wrong shade. I think I just needed something a little bit more pinky, you know, but the actual formula was lovely. You know, it was silky, it was smooth, it glided on well, and that highlighter's popping, absolutely popping. I love that. And the lip combo, no, I haven't got any on my teeth. I should have checked earlier. I'm like, oh, did I get any on my teeth? It's like, no. Lip combo, I did good, you know. So like I say, it's quite hard when you're sort of blind picking, you know, when you're just picking it all up and it's all sealed and you haven't got your testers, and it's like, I did good. But I tell you, I'm impressed. So like I said, if you can grab any at your local Superdrug that's selling off for 50p, I don't know how many shops doing it across the country. You know, it might only be a handful. You may be lucky enough to live near one. I did have a look on the website, but it was about a month ago, and they only had like 1 or 2 items on there. So don't bother checking out their website, you know, because I'm sure if they only had 1 or 2 there, they're not going to have put any on since, you know. So which is understandable, but I don't know, guys. I'm looking good. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you on the next one, and I won't leave it so long next time, I hope.